Yes. Okay. Streaming from my Facebook page too. Okay.
Excellent.
Cool. Good. All right. I'm gonna start in just a minute here. I'll start the countdown.
All right.
Start. Got to make sure that I'm live. Yes. Let me go to the share. All right, let's hit the. Okay, here we go. Hey,
What's happening?
What is up, everybody? What's happening?
I'm trying to figure it out myself.
Oh, I wasn't talking to you.
Ah, it's okay. It's okay. You're fine.
Edward! Edward up in the house. What up, Edward? Thank you for the like. What's up, everybody? And big shout out to the box head. Oh, that's me. I'm all thinking I'm special, and I'm not. But doing what I can. Just waiting for everybody to get up in here. What is up, everybody? This is just my opinion. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We got some great subjects to talk about today. And we hope that you guys will join in on the conversation. And of course, again, this is just my opinion. We watch videos, talk about stuff, and give our opinion on things every Tuesday. We've been gone for the past couple weeks. We've been roof tonight, Tom. Tom and I have been very busy the past couple of weeks. A couple weeks ago, we decided, I decided, we did a wedding, and it was on a Sunday. And we came back from that wedding
on a school night.
On a school night. We were tired. And so when Tuesday rolled around, we did not feel like doing anything. And I messaged Tom and I was just like, dude, like, I'm still kind of like recovering. Like, I really don't feel like doing anything right now. I just feel like playing some video games or whatever. And that's it. I don't really feel like doing anything right now. And he was like, cool.
Right.
So we were in that recovery mode. A special ed. That's funny. Edward killing me. That's why they call me special ed. Oh, horses, of course. Mr. Ed. And then last week, I forgot. Last week, Tom flaked out on me. So, it's all gravy. It's all good.
It sure is.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Too bad it's a spam call.
Oh, you got what zone is that?
Spring Yard Zone.
Spring Yard Zone. Are you
yes,
sure?
Sir.
Zone? Or is that Casino
Zone.
Night?
No, Spring Yard Zone. Casino Night is do.
Oh, wait.
Mm-hmm. And that's on Sonic 3.
Okay, I wasn't a fan of Sonic 3 soundtrack. I didn't really like it. I was Sonic 1 and 2.
I like the original.
But Sonic and Knuckles, though, I did very much like Sonic and Knuckles for sure.
Fun fact: Michael Jackson actually worked on a couple of the tracks in. It was either Sonic and Knuckles or Sonic 1.
What?
Yes.
Okay, MJ.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. I love the Sonic
Me too.
soundtrack. It's
Me too.
the greatest. Sega Genesis, man. I mean, I love Nintendo, but Sega Genesis,
It had
woo,
its own sound.
the soundtrack to my life. Sega. Anywho,
Let's
uh,
go.
yeah. So, thank you, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's just my opinion. Edward, thank you for joining us. If you guys want to hop in the conversation, just type it in the chat. You'll see it live. I am Trans Romance, aka Will. I'm the host. I'm a DJ. I'm also a gamer, and I am joined by my co-host, gamer, and DJ, Mr. Groove tonight, aka Tom. And you guys can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Trans Romance One. But I'm also on TikTok now under Trans Romance. So you guys can follow me on TikTok. Just a lot of funny stuff on there, just random stuff. I talk about some serious stuff, but mainly I try to do it with a little bit of humor behind it. But follow me on TikTok. I believe, Tom, you got a TikTok too. You're probably just not as active or haven't found your niche yet. Basically, he has
I have the app.
he has the app, and
I have the app.
he has a TikTok, but he only has a TikTok so he could follow me. So because
Is that why?
because I have no followers. So actually, I hit just now hit 157 followers. So I'm gonna celebrate that because every 50 followers, I'm gonna make like a little video just thanking all the followers and stuff like that. But find me on TikTok, y'all, under Trans Romance. Love to see you on there and interact with you there. But you can also find Tom on Twitch and Instagram. It's at DJ Groove Tonight. And speaking of Twitch, Tom, I know we have a wedding next Saturday. What I'd like to do, either the Saturday afterwards, we definitely need to get on back on to DJing on Twitch. The last time I DJ'd on Twitch was for the After Work Rebels unofficial after party.
Yep.
That happened in January. And so I think we definitely, you and I, need to get back on Twitch, DJ, and kind of show these kids what we all about. Show these kids what we all about. You know what I'm saying? Get on there.
Hey, whenever you're ready, man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make sure open up our calendars, make sure we got stuff on the gravy.
Well, I mean, I think we're. I feel like, are we back to back 21st and 22nd, or just the 21st?
It's the Saturday the 21st, but
21st.
I'll confirm. But I'm pretty sure it's just that Saturday.
It's 21st.
The 21st.
Right.
So maybe the 28th that following Saturday or something like that. We'll see. We'll open up. If not if not this month, then obviously next month and everything like that. So, but you guys can follow us. Yeah, you guys follow us on Twitter. Yeah, it's a very busy month for us. With it's wedding season. So, we're doing a lot of weddings, private events, me doing school dances, middle school dances. And that's actually something that we're going to be talking about today. That's one of the subjects that we're going to be talking about. But also, you guys know the drill. Christina! Necromancers Unite up in the house. Up? Yeah, Christina is one of my necromancers. There we go. Necromancers assemble. So that's a thing. Because I was trying to figure out what I was going to call the people that follow me on Facebook on my Trans Romance page. I was thinking about calling them the Romantics or the Romancers. And so Christina and Edward are part of the Necromancers Club. So look at your face.
Do they play Dungeons and Dragons?
You guys might want to chime in on the other. See, no, it's more of like a zombie thing. More like a zombie. Yeah.
Well, necromancers control the zombies and stuff.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they probably get down on some Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
I'm sure. Right?
Nice.
But that's also one of the things that we're going to be talking about today, since we're talking about DJing. Cortland up in the house. Thank you, sir.
Hey,
appreciate it. Yeah, Cortland up in the house. Yeah, we back. He like, you didn't bring me in, yo. You gotta earn your spot.
What's our first subject today?
Boy, Don't be trying to
Hey
rush
man, my
me.
time is limited, brother. I
That,
want to hang with you,
yeah, that was your
but
fault
let's
last
let's
week.
let's chat it up. Let's
This,
go.
yo, this boy right here, he tried to come in at like 5:15, 5:30 last week. And I was like, nah, fam, we're not gonna be getting no damn 30 minutes in on this. Like, I need all your time.
Hey, it's not the quantity, it's the quality.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. But if you guys got something to say, you see it, type it in the chat. You might see it live. And yeah, if you got an opinion or something like that, holler at us in the chat. There it is right there. Type it in the chat and you might see it live. But again, thank you guys for being here. And Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I have a gaming schedule. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 3:15 to 5:15 Pacific. And of course, Tuesdays at 3:30, we have Just My Opinion. So if you haven't done so, wherever you're watching me from, make sure you hit the notify so you know when I go on and you get that notification. So let's hop into it. Welcome to the show. And just do a quick roll call check. Everybody that's up in here. Edward, we got Edward up in here. Thank you, Edward, for being here. We got Cortland up in the house. Got Cortland up in the house. Appreciate you for being here. We got Christina up in the house. Cortland, light skin energy up in here. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. But yes, thank you everybody for being here. We always enjoy your antics and your crazy personalities. We just want everybody to be themselves in here. We want to give everyone space to kind of be themselves. We like little light roasts and everything. You guys know how we do. So let's hop into the first subject. So we got a couple about 3 subjects to talk about. So Tom, I'm gonna also ask you if you can, because I want you to be able to share the screen. I want you to pull up the Avatar 2 trailer because
Oh, shoot. Okay.
I haven't seen it yet. So I'm gonna bring up some of the other subjects that we're talking about while you're getting that ready. So the subjects that we're going to be talking about today, and of course, you guys know if you're new, if you've already been here, you know we're all about the savory or sweet grits. It's a constant battle that's going on anytime new people come in or new viewers. We always got to ask if you team savory or sweet grits. That's never going to end. So let us know if you team savory or sweet grits. Now, with that said, the first subject that we're going to talk about, we're going to kind of dive into this. Tom, are you familiar with the whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case?
I've been trying really hard to avoid all that bullshit, to be honest,
Okay.
but Amber Heard is suing Johnny Depp. There were a couple at some point. Yeah, she's losing.
and you know, I want to talk about that because there's you know, with I'm a little bit more active on TikTok, and there's a lot of content creators talking a lot about you know, advocating for men and advocating for men's rights, and you know, there's a lot of stuff in the pot that goes with that. But one of those things that has kind of been coming up since this Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case is the fact that men are also victims of domestic violence. Now, with that said, what is kind of your opinion or perspective about what this case kind of entails as a whole? Maybe taking Johnny Depp and Amber Heard out of the case, but maybe putting the two sexes together, and maybe what's your opinion about what this kind of entails? Because I put there, you know, what does this mean for men who have been victims of domestic violence?
Was Johnny Depp the victim of domestic violence?
Well, that's what. And see, and it's funny that you say you haven't been following, because I haven't really followed it that much.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I'm gathering from the content creators that I've been following on social media, it has come to my attention that, you know, Johnny Depp is suing Amber Heard for defamation.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and because he apparently he has lost
Movie
some
roles.
yes, movie
Yeah.
roles because of these accusations that he was, abusing Amber, but come to find out, she's actually been the one abusing him. And so that's why he's suing her, because
Mhm.
it was almost like her word was law, and he ended up basically taking kind of this fall for it. And now the truth is coming out, like, whoa,
Wow.
actually, this is not what was said it was
Mhm.
actually him. He was the victim of domestic violence,
Mhm.
or
Damn.
domestic abuse.
Wow.
Put in better terms of like that, of domestic abuse.
Mhm.
And so what I've been seeing on social media, it's kind of been blowing up on kind of both sides. One side, I was watching this one content creator. She was saying, this is going to be bad for, this is going to be really bad for women. Um, and a lot of people were like, whoa, 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 why is this going to be bad for women? Like, this highlights something that has been happening for years, but
Mhm.
the way society views kind of domestic violence or domestic abuse,
Mhm.
it's viewed as it's only something that men can afflict upon women. And when
Right.
they think about that, they go, oh, well, it's domestic violence, means that the man is being physically abusive
Right. It's
to
not
a
always.
woman.
I mean, that's. I mean, that does happen. That can happen. But
Mhm.
I think that's the first thing that people think of when they think of domestic abuse or domestic violence or whatever, and having those kind of roles reversed. Let's just say. Um, Yeah, I mean, I think that most people don't think of it in those terms, but I think it goes a lot deeper than that, especially when the man is on the receiving end.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I think there's probably a lot of uh, mental abuse, and emotional abuse probably. And who knows? I mean, it sounds like she's pretty crazy. So, and quite frankly, he's got more to lose than she does.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm sure that he probably is, just kind of on his, walking on eggshells so that, she doesn't screw him over basically, or he's holding back or, been like, okay, I'm not going to, take a swing on you or anything like that, or I'm not going to be even caught up in a domestic violence case because that would ruin his career potentially.
Yeah.
So, I could see him backing off and her, trying to push them buttons. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I've heard of lots of instances where that things like that have happened. Unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's what kind of, because this is such a high profile case. I
Mhm.
think you know this is something that you don't really. And I'm glad this is kind of that it's getting the attention that it should, because this is something that doesn't necessarily get talked about, and it doesn't get viewed as serious. If a woman is abusing a man, it's kind of, society has kind of told us, Badger, thank you for the like, man.
What's
um
happening?
as a society, we're told that men should kind of suck it up and deal with it.
Hmm.
And the reality is that the men don't have the resources that the women do, or if those resources are available, it's looked down upon if a man goes to try to seek those
Sure.
resources to get the help that he needs,
Yeah.
because society has such a taboo look on a man saying that he's abused. And the first thing
It's
that
kind of a
people
double
think,
standard.
it is very much a double standard. So I'm very curious about this case because of the rock that is being lifted, all the stuff that's underneath this rock. It's like, whoa,
Hmm. Hmm.
this is what's actual. This is what's not getting talked about. We
Hmm.
definitely talk about abuse that happens to women, but it very rarely gets talked about that the abuse that men actually go through in relationships as well, and a lot of that abuse is uh, um, very verbal, and it
Mhm.
can be physical. And so I
Mhm.
think
For sure.
this case is kind of highlighting a lot of those things that we as a society have kind of shunned at the idea of that even being a possibility.
Right. Right.
So um I think this case, how you were saying, Amber is it, it's not looking good for her. um so what does it mean for men who have been victims of domestic violence? I think this case, because it's so high profile, I think it's going to be that kind of outlet. Thank you, Nick, for the like. I think it's going to be kind of that martyr of kind of pinpointing, like saying, "Hey, this is what I've been talking about. This is what I have experienced, and
Mhm.
nobody has believed me. No one's
Mhm.
everyone's just kind of been
Right.
like, you're a man, you can deal with it. It's
Yeah.
whatever you got to suck it up." And we have not had there hasn't been these resources or people believing that a man could be a victim
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
domestic violence or domestic abuse. So I'm
Sure.
very curious since everything has been kind of coming to fruition. It's even for me seeing that and being a man, being like, that's what I thought, that being a man entailed that you had to endure certain abuse because you were a man.
Mhm.
And it's now becoming kind of plain as day, like, hey, this is not how it's supposed to be. Like, men
Duh.
men
I
have
mean,
yeah, men have feelings too. Men
yeah,
are human, like.
sure. Well, I mean, it sucks when like you're in a relationship with a crazy woman, and she's just about her craziness. And what do you do? You either bounce out of the relationship, but what if you're married? What if you have children? It's not that
Mhm.
easy. So yeah, that man, I feel for him. I feel for him.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's crazy. Nick, definitely you bring up a good point. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, obviously, I think what to kind of talk about, Nick, what your comment is kind of stating. I think there's there isn't a denial about the part he played in what's happening, but I think what is being realized is the in society we have that men are kind of programmed to kind of be the rock, take the abuse, be a man, don't cry, don't do this, don't do that. You got to do this. You got to be 6'6". You got to make six figures. You got to do all this. You got to make everybody else happy, but not make yourself happy. And you've got to deal with all the abuse. And I think what's happening now is the accountability is being highlighted for Amber. The accountability is being highlighted here because even just take Amber out of the equation in a lot of the relationships that involve domestic violence where the man is the victim, there is no accountability for the other person. It's almost like I'm doing this because you did this, or I'm saying this because you did that. There's not really any accountability, and there hasn't been any accountability for her part. So I'm saying, like, this is great because you hear about, you know there's resources and things available for women to talk about domestic violence and share their experience. However, there aren't really a lot of resources out there for men to come forward with this kind of stuff because of the fact that they're told that they have to kind of endure this kind of stuff. And I think with Johnny Depp, just my opinion, I think with the whole thing with Johnny Depp, anything that has kind of come out or any part that he has played in this has been a very reaction based kind of thing. It's been reaction based, I don't know Johnny Depp personally, but I do know people that have been um, in abusive relationships, and it's very easy to jump to conclusions to say that one side is in the wrong. But I think in Johnny's case, and I think for a lot of people, um, that it's very reaction based. I'm not saying it's, I'm not condoning any type of behavior. I'm just saying that based on what I've gathered from the the trial, it seems a lot of this stuff has been kind of a reaction based thing. So that I mean that's just my opinion about it. But my my
You don't say.
my opinion. Let's see. I was in a relationship for a while before I met my wife. I told people flat out, and most people, yeah, it didn't believe me because they didn't see it until towards the end. And so this is what's happening: is that this kind of stuff is happening, Nick, and I'm glad that you mentioned that, and thank you for actually sharing that personal information. Um, is that this kind of stuff is happening a lot more than we want to acknowledge, and let alone the stuff that's the abuse that is happening to men is not even getting reported because they're not even going to be believed, in these abusive relationships. Like there was a tape where Amber basically said, she was basically being physically abusive to Johnny Depp, and he recorded her saying, "Yeah, go tell them that a woman beat you. Who do you think they're gonna believe?" It's like, whoa, this kind of stuff happens all the time, and she basically highlighted that fact for a lot of people, that this is what happens, that sometimes when a man has kind of reached his limit in this in the relationship where it's become abusive, and then he all of a sudden reacts, then it gets used against him, and people believe the other party, when the person that has been, it's like a bully. You can only take being bullied for so long, and then eventually you try to tell people, like when I was in school, I used to get bullied. My parents told me, like, hey, you get bullied or whatever, somebody's making fun of you, okay, you tell the teacher. Okay, great. Tell the teacher, right? Happens again. Okay, now I gotta go to the principal. Okay, get the teacher and the principal involved. Principal's not doing nothing. Okay, now I gotta let my parents know exactly what's happening. Okay, now I'm continually getting bullied. Now the bully comes up to me and wants to bully me again, and this time it turns physical, and now I defend myself. All of a sudden, I'm the bad guy. It's like, no, 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 no. I have gone through the avenues of trying to deal with this, and now that I've reacted to protect myself, I'm all of a sudden the bad guy. But look at the track record here. And so for a lot of people, there is that track record, but they're not being believed in this case. And now all this stuff is coming out. It's like, oh, this does actually happen. And so my point is, this happens, this whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing, this is a highlight to something that has been happening for a very long time that we have not wanted to acknowledge, if that makes any sense.
Yep.
I don't know if you want to add to that.
I think that on some levels, men have not made it easy for themselves, because there has been, if I mean, man, let's see it for what it is. If you look at it on a pie chart, the the cases of domestic abuse, or men are abusing women physically or whatever, just to say physically, if you look at police cases, domestic violence calls, it's going to be disproportionately the men,
Mm-hmm.
and so that precedent has been set. And so in the case where a man is enduring abuse from his spouse or whatever, um yeah, it's hard to, you know make people believe you.
Hmm.
you know, and unfortunately, that's just the world we live in right now. But I do think now that a celebrity is coming out with this kind of, information, and it will shed light on, domestic abuse as it appears uh, to women.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Y-
as it um, in the context of men enduring physical abuse from the woman.
Yeah. And I think on that same note, that the reason that this kind of stuff does not, where men do not come forward
Mhm.
with their abuse that they're receiving from a domestic partner, is because they will not be believed, because you were talking about how that precedent has been set.
Yeah,
But it's also unfortunate that, there's also those cases where there has been these altercations in the household that basically that have not been started by the the male counterpart, but have been kind of initiated by the female counterpart. But then when you get the reaction, when they get that reaction, it's like, oh, well, I'm going to call the police
right,
now,
right,
because now you're getting all crazy. It's like, well, wait a minute, you got me to this point, and
right.
and now, you can basically, they can say you did this and you did that, no questions asked. You're getting handcuffs. You're getting put in the back of the cop car, and it's
Absolutely.
and
Yeah,
it's their word against yours, even though you may
absolutely.
not have done something. So the fact that I think what it is now, what I'm, I guess, trying to bring to the light, is that there's a lot of abuse that happens to men that's not even reported, because
Mhm.
of the kind of the double standard, the favoritism
Yeah,
re-
sure.
regarding something. Like, wait, you got abused? Like, they automatically think it's
Or
like
or or
physical.
or the one doing the abuse, will be like, well, whose word are they going to believe? Basically, what Amber Heard said.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, it's a difficult situation. But it does happen, and unfortunately. But
Yeah.
I think that, the key to all that is recognizing it and kind of nipping it in the bud when it happens, and keep a record of it and report it.
Yeah.
And
Record that stuff.
if you think, this is a shitty relationship and I'm getting screwed in this deal, then bounce. Don't stick
Yeah.
around for it.
Yeah.
And get some help. Or if you think it's salvageable, then both of y'all get your asses in some counseling.
Mm-hmm.
I, you know, but don't just sit there and you know let somebody shit in your bed.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. And the
Carrie,
exactly, cops aren't trying to hear it unless you are bleeding out the side of your head.
pretty
You
much.
know,
Carrie, thank you for joining us, and thank you for that comment. Yeah, true indeed. And the cops aren't even gonna address it unless the guy is hurt badly. And even then, even if, and this is the thing too, is even if the guy is hurt badly, because
they're gonna say, "What did you do?"
yeah, and majority of the time, the cops or the officers themselves are also male. It's almost like the man who the victim of the abuse. Thank you for the light, Carrie. The victim of the abuse almost kind of gets made fun of because he's a man. You know what I mean? Like, because he's a man,
Yeah.
he's the victim. Like, well, wait a minute, how are you the victim of domestic violence? You're the man. You need to, man up. So,
Well, I don't. I mean, if a cop tells a guy that, that's out of line. You know what I
well,
mean?
what I mean is that's kind of it's not even something they have to say. It's almost in how they deal
Well, it's
with.
because of the precedents that have already been set, man. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm just
it's a
well, it's more like a societal thing too. Like,
yeah,
if you're a man, you have to endure a certain amount of stress. You have to endure a certain amount of getting basically kicked while you're down, and then because you're a man, you have to get up. If a woman, like, it's almost like this: if a man has a problem, it is the man's fault, right? But if a woman has a problem, it's also the man's
The
fault.
man's fault.
You know what I mean? So it's like there's this extra pressure
Yeah.
to basically endure. And so it's almost like, well, like you said, well, what did you do? What did
Right.
you say?
Right.
What did you not do? That kind of stuff. So,
Right.
there's a whole bunch of stuff to kind of unpack with just that. But that's kind of what I'm talking about in this entire case. There is so much under the rock that has yet to be discovered. Like, it's not even about Johnny Depp and Amber. It's about what has been talked about for a long time, and kind of the double standard that we have in society, and that double
Mhm.
standard of you can but I can't type of thing.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so and that's kind of what, even on the platforms that I'm on with TikTok, a lot of the men's advocates are really trying to talk about that stuff and get people to really think about, whether it's abuse or mental health. This is one of the reasons, this is kind of one of those reasons why, you know, men's, unalive rates are so high. There's no resources available for them. And this is one of those reasons. If they
Yeah.
feel like they don't have someone to turn to talk about these issues, because they're not going to get believed, they're going to be viewed as less than a man, and all this other stuff that comes with the
Mhm.
social constructs of being a man.
Mhm.
This is one of those reasons why there's this, huge unalive rate for men, or why so many men are homeless, or why so many men are in prison. There's not enough resources. There's not enough, advocacy surrounding, you know,
Mhm.
men's health,
Mhm.
kind of thing. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
you know, either way, that's my thing. And Carrie, you bring up a great point: social belief, and shut up about it too, and take all the abuse from everybody. Pretty
Yeah.
much. Christina, type too many comments only to delete them, because I'm like, nah, not going there. But it's
No.
basically just to show that, to bring awareness that this kind of stuff, um to change the perspective that this kind of stuff also happens in the case of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, to show a different perspective that this stuff also happens to people that you don't think it would happen to.
Mm.
Is my main point. If that makes any sense for anyone. This isn't to um not say that, the struggles of a specific sex are, worse or less than the other. You know what I mean? Because I think some people would get the wrong impression that we're trying to say, like, oh, well, a man struggles. I don't want people getting the idea, thinking that we're trying to say that a man's struggles are worse than a woman's, because it's not what we're saying. What we're saying is the struggles of a man are not talked about as much as the struggles of a woman, and we need to talk about those things, and change the perspective and change the social constructs of those views. Is basically what I'm saying, and that's what this case, for me, when I watch this case, that's what it's doing for me, is breaking down those kind of social norms regarding men and women. Basically saying, hey, this happens to men too, and it happens a lot more than we are acknowledging. That's my point.
Well said. Let's watch that trailer.
All right, so we're gonna watch this trailer, and of course, everybody that's here, thank you for joining. This is just my opinion. We do this every Tuesday at 3:30, and you follow us on Facebook and Instagram. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at TransRomance1. And my co-host, Groove Tonight, Tom, he's on Twitch and Instagram at DJ Groove Tonight. And our gaming schedule, Monday, my gaming schedule is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 3:15, 5:15 Pacific. So I definitely appreciate everyone's input, and opinions and everything. We definitely invite that. We don't take things personal here. This is obviously a safe space for everyone to give their opinions about things, and we could talk about them and gain perspective on certain issues and whatnot. So now that we've talked about that, we're gonna switch the tone really quick. Let's get into this Avatar trailer. I have not seen it. Did I spell that right? Trailer? Yes, trailer. Make sure I spelled it right. We're gonna talk about this Avatar trailer. So we're gonna watch it. So Tom, if you want to add a source,
Sure.
we're gonna add this Avatar trailer.
So I can't just share my screen.
So you go to that little add source. Oh wait, hold on.
How about that?
Oh yeah, share screen. There we go. All right.
Oh,
cool.
hold on. Oh, we want to watch it in HD. Hold on.
Oh, you want to watch
Oh,
it?
yeah, all right. Okay, yeah. All right, let's go.
All right, hold on. There we go. Full screen it.
It's full screen.
Done. Yeah.
Why does he look like Braveheart?
Gary, thanks for the share, man.
I know one thing. Wherever we go, this family.
Okay.
Is our fortress.
The Way of
All
Water.
right.
Oh, damn, December. Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be a minute.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I
Well,
mean, okay.
yes. Well,
Okay. What's your? Okay. Okay. Go ahead. How did it make you feel?
I felt like the graphics weren't quite as good as the first one. I don't know. I just, I'm like, the first one was made like what, 5, 6 years ago, at least 10 years ago. And like dude's face looked like PlayStation 2. I mean, just, I, I mean, I'm getting Waterworld vibes all over again. I'm like, no,
Fern Gully
Braveheart,
looking ass.
Waterworld, no.
Fern Gully looking ass.
But yeah,
Copycat.
man. I don't know.
Look
I
at
don't know. I'm gonna watch it anyway, though.
Gary. Am I the only confused at the human trying to live and the machine just to
Be part of the tribe. He wants to be down real bad.
Oh, okay. So watching that, it was I didn't really feel anything. I don't know. The trailer for the first one was dope. Like, put the computer graphics and all that kind of stuff. Put all that aside.
Yeah.
The trailer was just legit. That trailer just it gave you everything in the trailer for the first one. It gave you everything.
Mhm.
And this one is kind of like in the first one, you kind of got like what the plot was a little bit, but didn't really give it away too much.
Right.
And this one's not really giving anything. It's very vague. It's
yeah,
like, okay,
it is. It is.
So what's
What are we
the
doing? Are we
what's the-
relocating the tribe?
right?
Are we reuniting with a lost tribe of blue people?
Like what are we Like what are we fighting
What's-
for? Like we were
Right.
like Edward said, it was Fern Gully, right? It was Fern Gully, first one, like advanced Fern
It
Gully.
it really was. I mean,
So
it
what's
did
this one?
basically have the same.
Like you said, in a water world. Like what are we doing here? What's
I don't
happening?
know. I
It
don't
didn't.
know.
Chrissy, I didn't
Can't
even
call
like
it.
the first one that much. Now, I believe they said something about there was a movie that got moved because this one was coming out in December. I can't remember what it was, but they were saying they pushed a movie that was going to come out on the same date, but they pushed it because, it's Avatar. They pushed this one movie release day. I can't remember. Hold up.
Is James Cameron directing this one?
I
as
believe
well?
so. I believe
Okay.
so.
All right. Well,
Uh,
at least there's that.
Let me ask Google. Google, what movie release date was pushed for Avatar 2?
Alexa don't know that.
Doesn't really say, but I know that there was. Anybody know? Anybody know what movie was pushed? Unobtainium was new the stuff they were mining. Seth Green cloned it, so hard on robot chicken skit, calling it stupid namium. Yeah, there was a movie. I'm trying to find what movie what.
All right, James Cameron Avatar sequel Avatar 2 was delayed from 2021 release date to the end of this year, but it now seems that 20th Century Studios is keen on keeping to its holiday release this time around.
Okay, here we go. What movie?
Avatar:
The Way of Water, known as Avatar, and upcoming second. Okay, doesn't. I'm trying to find the movie. Doesn't say.
Well, another article said it was delayed because of COVID.
Huh.
Another one says the theatrical release has been subject to 8 delays, with the latest occurring on July 23rd, 2020, is currently planned for release on December 16th, with the following 3 sequels to be released respectively.
Oh, damn.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Damn, more Avatar movies?
I mean, I guess when you said Avatar 2, I was thinking Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I was like,
It could be good. Could be bad. I mean, when Avatar came out, it was, it came out in 3D and it was dope and it really pushed the boundaries
the
of
3D
cinema.
was dope. The 3D was dope. That's the first 3D movie that I saw where I actually was like, "Oh wow, this is really good."
Yeah. Just the colors and everything. But for me, that was where 3D actually died too. Avatar was where 3D was born, and then it's also where it died because all the movies that claimed to be 3D after that were trash. I mean, granted, Coraline was a dope movie in 3D.
I hate that movie.
It's such a great movie. I love that movie in 3D though. It's good. It's a good movie because they actually have elements of actual 3D. Then they try to do like the Alice in Wonderland movies in 3D. Blah, trash. Those movies are trash. Yeah, those movies. I love Tim Burton, but those movies were trash in 3D. And the fact that you spent money, extra money for 3D, IMAX and stuff like that was like trash. I could have saved my $10.
Tim Burton hasn't made a good movie since the first Batman.
That's true.
Fight me.
My hands are up. I'm not even saying nothing because I agree. I absolutely agree. But yeah. But yeah, that's Avatar 2 trailer. Clearly, we don't really have much to say. It didn't really do anything. I hope it's a great movie. Here's what I'll say. It's not a movie I'm gonna go see in the theaters. It didn't really do it for me like that. The movie that I would love to go see in theaters is Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange. That's a movie I would go see, and that makes me want to go see it in the theaters. Avatar 2, I don't get those. I got to go see it in the movie theater. It feels like streaming it. I'll wait till it comes out on a streaming service.
Well, they'll probably let you stream it anyway. I mean, they'll probably have it streaming on whatever service.
Yeah,
You know,
Hulu or something. Wait, is it a
yeah.
Disney movie? Wait, Avatar? That's not
It said 20th Century Fox.
20. Probably Hulu or something like that, or just you have to, or you'll probably Amazon Prime. You'll watch it on Amazon and
Yeah.
have to pay like $19 to rent it or something like that. So, but yeah, it doesn't have movie theater vibes to it for me. Just from that trailer, I don't get any feelings from it.
Yeah, that trailer was weak.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you got to come out the box strong. When you put in
When you,
a first trailer for a movie, you got to generate that hype. And this
especially for
one
a
was
movie like
just,
that.
this one's all Dances with Wolves. Like, "Da-na-na, look at me, I'm standing on a cliff blowing a conch. Brrrr." Yeah, I'm swimming. We're swimming.
Why'd you say dances with wolves? Dances with wolves.
I mean, in a way, that's what the first one was. It was Dances with Wolves, basically.
He said dances
Like futuristic
with
anime
wolves.
Dances with Wolves.
I don't know, but the whole Kevin Costner just popped in my head.
There's so much Kevin Costner vibe. No, not so much it's Kevin Costner and Mel Gibson, because homeboy definitely looked like Braveheart. He was even blue, but his whole face was blue instead, instead of like the half blue makeup, It's like,
and the fact that you were talking about Waterworld, because when I went to
right.
the Universal Studios, we went to the Waterworld theatric, the live action Waterworld thing that they've had there for years, and it was fun. It was fun. But you mentioned that, and it's like Kevin Costner just popped in my head, and you said Dances with Wolves, and I'm like, Kevin Costner, god dang,
Kevin Costner's not a bad actor or
he's
anything, but
not.
that movie was boo-boo. Man. I mean, it could have been great, but it wasn't.
Dances with
It
Wolves.
was about an hour too long.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of
Yeah.
like Titanic. Like, come on, bring on the water. We know it's about to happen. God dang. This 3-hour movie, this 3.5 hour movie that is got to get separated into 4 VHS tapes.
Wow. Like 8 laser discs.
Right? That and Pearl Harbor. Didn't Pearl Harbor get separated into
Was it the
3
same
VHS?
same director? I don't know.
Can't fit all that in one VHS, man. You got to get that 120-minute Max L tape.
Battery died.
Oh, well, we'll just use your well, you didn't charge your stuff?
I never had to.
Got DJ Groove tonight out here doing amateur night.
Yep.
Fresh batteries out here. Yeah, dang.
I'm gonna go get my charging cable. Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk that. Don't leave me. Take us with you. Oh man, yo! But everybody else is here. Thank you for being here. This is Just My Opinion. We do this every Tuesday night. We haven't done it the past couple weeks because we've just been hella busy. But we try to be consistent with this. It's another way for us to add value.
Every damn Tuesday.
Every damn Tuesday. And it's Taco Tuesday. So let us know in the chat what y'all cooking. I know we're doing Mexican food tonight. And probably some tacos. Yeah, we're doing some tacos tonight. And that's what it's gonna be. My wife's cooking some tacos. And big shout out to my man Kerry right here. Kerry, I just met him. I was streaming yesterday. We're gonna kind of talk about some games here in a second, Tom. But yeah, I met Kerry during a stream yesterday. I was playing Trek to Yomi, and met Kerry in a stream on stream. So yeah, shout out to my man Kerry Brown. Thank you for being here, man. And of course, shout out to my necromancers. Got Edward up in the house, Christina up in the house. We got Cortland, we got Badger, Christina. Who else up in here? Nick, got Nick up in the house. Nick Meredith up in the house. Appreciate y'all being here. He said my sides hurt. Yeah, man, this is what we do. This is what we do.
And we're back.
Yeah, we are gamers. We are DJs. We are a whole mixed pot of freaking gumbo.
Yeah,
Gumbo.
Yeah.
Gumbo and goulash. We
Coffee.
talk about coffee. We talk about all sorts of stuff, man. But Carrie, we're glad that you're having a good time, man, hanging out with us and everybody else that's up in the chat. Appreciate you for being here. So yeah, so far, we were talking about the Avatar thing. Avatar not doing it for us. We're not gonna, and I don't recommend that you go see it in the theaters. It's not doing it based on the hype from the trailer. I wouldn't say go watch it in the theaters.
The movie's several months away. I mean, it's coming out in December, so
that's true.
And that's only the first trailer.
That's
so
true.
They can redeem themselves. They can turn it around theoretically.
Okay.
You know.
Kind of like what was that?
Sonic.
Yeah, the first, yeah.
I was like, what in the hell is this?
Like, what'd you do to him? The hell? Y'all messing up my Sonic, man. Messing up my 90s vibe.
They dug up an old Alf costume and tried to
Alf.
Yeah. It's like, whoa.
Oh. Yeah, good point, Carrie. Yeah, there'll be more trailers. This one was so vague. Yeah. It didn't so I guess what I'm saying, it doesn't really give me hope for the next trailer, because I'm just like, like, if you're gonna come out the woodworks like that, like, hit me hard. It's Avatar. We know what Avatar is capable of. You gotta hit me. If you're gonna make a sequel to when did Avatar come out? That was what, 15? Hold up.
What was it?
I'm gonna age myself.
Hold up. No,
Google.
He was grown.
What?
He was grown.
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. When did Avatar release? 2009.
Yeah, 2009.
Dang. Okay. I mean, that was a while ago, and I mean, for 2009, those graphics were like, mwah.
They were top of the line. They were top of the line. Yeah, they were great. I want to see more machinery personally. Like, remember how dude had like the robot suit?
Yes.
Man, I want to see more of that. I want to see,
like, what kind of suits are you dealing with if we talk about the water? Like, what are we?
Right.
What kind of monsters are we talking about?
Right.
Like, what kind of water life are we going to be dealing with? Are they hostile? Are they friendly? Like, what's up? Like,
I don't know. Hit me with one lady. She was like riding on an eel or something. She just
that was a seahorse.
Yeah, and they take the little ponytail,
Oh yeah, Carrie. Okay, my first stream was seafood with you though. But either way, the vibes are great. Oh man, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting back into seafood again. I gotta finish. We'll talk about it in just a moment. Hopping on the subjects here.
I usually play seafood on Good Friday.
On Good Friday, you stop. Oh yeah. See, the soldiers are blue.
Put in the chat if you got that one.
Yeah. I think they did get it. Boy, you're going straight to hell. So now that we're talking about movies, Netflix and chill.
Is that a new movie?
No. So Netflix password sharing and the price rise. So this has been a hot subject for the past few weeks. Netflix came out saying that they were gonna basically hunker down on people password sharing to people that live in other households that don't live in that household, and they were talking about kind of penalizing people for that. But the other thing around that too is Netflix basically, from what I'm gathering, it seems that Netflix is basically on their way down. And Netflix is trying to say that the reason that they're going down is because of this password sharing. Well, I kind of want to call bullshit on that. Because tell him. I want to hear your opinion about this.
All right. Netflix, number one, your shows are weak as fuck. And okay, well there it was. Netflix originals are doo-doo. Well, no. If you look at it on a pie chart, okay, half, 50% bullshit. Right. And then the good shows you get rid of.
Oh my God.
Right. You get rid of the actually good shows, or you just, you leave them hanging for 2 years and then people lose interest. So what can you say, Netflix? Fire your management. Start over.
You just said everything. You just said everything
Right,
because
next subject.
Oh my God. You just said everything that I was talking about because I was like, I want to call bullshit on what Netflix is saying, the reason they're going down, and it's because of the password sharing. The password sharing helped your service.
Yeah.
We got the agreement. You know what? Listen, yeah. Oh, you know what? That deserves a round of applause, Tom. Dropping the here are the truth bomb lips right here. Hold on. Here are the truth bomb lips. You want to see it? Truth bomb lips. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. You said everything that I was thinking because they're out here. Netflix is out here saying, "Oh, well, it's because of the password sharing. Our sales are going down." It's like, well, wait a minute. How are your sales going down? Number one, like
so you're going to raise the price
you're raising your price. Grant, yes, you're raising your price, right?
So that people keep sharing it because it's too expensive.
But the thing is, they're raising their price, but their quality has not improved. They are canceling good shows. Yep. The shows that they do have they'll fool you too. You'll see a good show and it's like the cover looks great, right? You see it and like, oh, it looks like a good movie. And then come to find out that shit's like German subtitle or something like that. You're like, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've seen some good shows, but the thing is that they spend way too much time and resources on stuff that is just like garbage and nobody cares about. You know what I mean? It's just like, wow. Yeah.
Yep. They got nothing, then they lose it. And when you talk about, you've seen some good shows there. I've seen some really good shows that are international that have English dub and subtitles. One
Lupin.
of them,
Lupin
is dope. Lupin
yes.
is dope. And one of my favorite shows I started watching when 2 years ago when we went into lockdown in 2020. I was watching Ragnarok.
Okay.
I was watching Ragnarok on Netflix, and Danielle, she couldn't get into it because when they're doing the English dub and the mouths aren't moving properly, she's like, I can't do this. But what was cool about that show was that the voice acting was so well done. It was so good. So you just got over the fact that it was international and that was English dub, but the English dub was so damn good. I love Ragnarok. I can't wait for the next season to come out. But great show. But what we're seeing now is we're seeing Netflix's quality of service drop, but they're trying to raise their prices and trying to blame it on they're trying to place the blame on the consumer for password sharing. It's like, no, you guys got crappy shows, and the good shows that you do have, you cancel them. What are you guys doing?
Yep.
So, and the obviously the competition now has gotten
I think everybody else has stepped up their game because for a long time I think maybe Netflix had the most money to spend, right? And then now since then Apple has joined the game. Apple got unlimited resources. Hulu has stepped up their game, and then you have all kinds of smaller channels that have popped up too, and then the major networks, Peacock and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, you just got to step up your game, but don't raise your prices. Or just make it more accessible. Find a way to make it more accessible to people. Give them something. Make them feel like they're getting something for their money. What I mean? So if you're bringing all like first party movies and stuff like that, quality stuff, and then you raise your prices, well, okay, it's a little bit easier to swallow. But
Yep.
We'll see. Yep. Oh yeah, of course, Disney, right?
Disney.
Right? And Disney's got everything.
Yeah, they got everything. But that's what we're seeing now too, is we're seeing a lot of these, and that's kind of a double-edged sword too, with all these companies kind of having their own streaming services, Peacock, Apple, you got Disney Plus, and then you got all these cable companies with all their separate streaming services, which are obviously cheap. So if you have cable, like we had cable, we had Dish, and then we're like, it doesn't make sense for us to have Dish when we could just get this stuff, save money.
We cut the cable like 5 years ago, dude.
Really? We just cut cable maybe about
and
3 months
2
ago.
years before that, I was trying to convince my family, look, we got to cut this cable. All we need is internet,
Yeah.
They're like, no, what about my shows?
What about my local channels?
Right.
What about my local channels? But now that we've done it, it's like, wow, there's so
not only that, but you find ways to. I mean, there's channels, like my wife really loves the Hallmark channel, so
yeah,
she got this channel where she can watch basically nothing but Hallmark stuff all day, every day.
Yeah.
So I mean, problem solved.
Yeah.
And then so
good point, Carrie.
Exactly. All you need is internet at this point.
All you need is internet. And and the thing now is, like, now I think the internet companies need to upgrade their internet. It's like, now it's time to jump into that fiber, because pretty much every household now is on the internet, streaming, Alexa, Google, whatever it is, everything is connected to the internet. So, now we got to improve our internet now. You got to get that fiber and all that kind of stuff.
They've been talking about fiber optic for
the last like 10 years. Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a matter of just having to like dig up everything and shoot it through again or what, but it's real slow in coming, let me tell you.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny you say that it's slow in coming, yet our demand for internet just keeps going up. So but yeah, so Netflix, they got a lot of competition. I don't think the password sharing is the issue, so it is what it is. So I appreciate everyone's opinions on that. So, yeah, I would say 20 years.
Right. Since the first Avatar. No, the cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in. You're doing it all. Just type it in the chat. You'll see it live. We'll respond to your opinions and your chat. And again, it's open space for everybody. We don't judge anybody here. We don't judge ourselves. We don't judge you. Everybody's got an opinion, and we're not going to hold you to the flame over it. Everyone is free to express their opinion.
Well, not for long.
Stuff. Yeah. Right.
We won't roast you. Just just light
enough.
Grazing.
Yeah. We'll just put you on a slow roast, a little slow.
Yeah, just
Yeah, a little wood.
Like you do with a steak. You just
Woodisher. I said it right.
Real quick.
I said it right. Woodisher sauce.
Worcestershire?
No, Woodisher.
Yeah, that's a new one for me. Bro.
Yeah, I learned it on TikTok today. I did a duet with somebody from this person from Scotland. They're like, I'm going to teach you how to say it. So they get on there and they pretty much tell you how to say it. The funniest thing, and I was like, I always thought it was like Worcestershire.
Right. Who knew that TikTok was such a well of knowledge? My God.
Oh my God.
Hey, I got to go pick up my daughter from rehearsrsal. So that's all the time I have, folks.
Oh my God.
I know. We're just getting warmed up. This sucks. Yeah.
I know. We were going to talk about the eat at a wedding or not.
Hey, look. If they're serving bacon wrapped filet mignon with cheese on it, I'm going to eat. If they got some bullshit pasta and rice pilaf and like some chicken, I can wait. So,
okay, you know what? I'll let you go. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell me.
Okay.
Tell me real quick.
Kobe beef sliders.
Oh hell yeah!
Right.
Hell yum.
Right.
All right. Real quick before you go.
Yep.
What games are you playing?
Games I am currently playing. I am
3
still
games.
on that Final Fantasy VII remake, trying to beat the Hell House.
Okay.
I am playing Code Vein, which is
Oh, you
awesome.
playing Code Vein? Okay.
Yeah,
How you like
Code
that?
Vein, dope. Yeah, it's great. It's definitely Souls like. And
Right.
then I had one more. What's it called? It's a racing game. It's a hot something racing. It's like old school. It's like Ridge Racer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just a indie game, but super fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all the time Tom's got. You know what? We might, Tom, if you got to go. Let me, of course, make sure get you signed out here. You guys make sure. This is my co-host. This is just my opinion, and we do this every Tuesday at 3:30.
I don't have a Twitch schedule, so you'll just have to follow me, and I'm gonna pop up randomly, and you're gonna be like, "Woo!"
Yeah, pretty much.
You'll be so surprised. It'll be so awesome. Trust me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Groove Tonight, aka Tom, my co-host, he's a gamer and a DJ. We're talking about getting something on the schedule for us to DJ for you guys. But make sure you go follow him over on Twitch and Instagram at DJ Groove Tonight. So with that said, Tom, I know you got to go.
All right,
Tell him,
bye, kids.
Tell him you. Hey, no, you got to sign out right. Sign them out right. Sleep, man. You forgot to sleep tight. Good night, man. Come on, man. Oh, you're a little big. Anywho, he's just gonna leave me like that. I'm gonna beat his ass. But this is just my opinion. I think what we'll do is oh, and of course, everybody, thank you for being here. Yes, Carrie DJ deserves to eat as well. So with that said, you know, it's never fun talking about some of these other subjects that I want to talk about, but since he stated the 3 games that he was playing, I'm going to just talk about the games, the 3 games that I'm currently playing right now. And of course, Carrie, you saw one of the ones I was playing yesterday. But the first one that I've been playing a lot is Ghostwire Tokyo. I like the game. It's a fun game. I like the first person shooter aspect. It's requires some patience and you know, there's not a lot going on. You're kind of just running around in a humanless city, but it's you know, side quests. Basically, in Ghostwire Tokyo, there's a constant sense of things to do, side quests or whatever. A lot of things to do. It's actually got a great story if you plan on doing just the story mode. So it's a great game. I probably would recommend getting it on sale. The game tries to be a lot. It's trying to be a lot of things. It's trying to be a first person shooter, it's trying to be like a platformer, it's trying to be like kind of a horror game. But I like the mechanics of it. I like the fact that because it's a first person shooter, you don't have a gun, you're kind of just wielding magic elements, you know, fire, wind, water. It's really good. I just wish there was a little bit more fighting and action as you're kind of exploring the city. But overall, I think it's a great game. The storyline is great, and I think you guys should check it out on sale. On Steam or Epic Games or whatever it is. I use Steam and also have Epic Games. The other game that I'm playing, I just started playing when it came out on its release, was Trek to Yomi. And excuse me. And Carrie was there yesterday when I was playing it. So Trek to Yomi, very cool game. It's also it takes place in Japan, kind of like feudal lord Japan, in the where Ghostwire Tokyo takes place in the future or present day, or yeah, probably in the future. Trek to Yomi takes place in the past, and it's a really unique game. If I had to score it, because I just beat it yesterday, if I had to score it, I would give it an 8. Visually, the game is absolutely stunning. It's like the entire game is in black and white. Visually amazing. The game just shines visually. It's beautiful. However, where the game does suffer, the game suffers in its combat. So what it has in visual aesthetics, it lacks so much in the combat. The combat is just very just blah. It's just very plain. Just kind of blah. However, I thought I was gonna give it like a 7 because I was like, oh, this combat is trash. But the story is really good too. And just the artistic vision surrounding the game, it definitely gets some points for me. So if you can get past, it's not the greatest combat. It's very mediocre. But if you can kind of get past that and enjoy the scenery, and enjoy the beauty of the game, it's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. I think it's a great game to kind of get an idea of what is possible in gaming in terms of graphics and aesthetics. But combat, uh, just eh. It's not the greatest, but it's not horrible. You get used to it. You play Trek to Yomi for the visuals and the story. You do not play that game for the combat. So if you're gonna play that game, it's not really expensive. It's only $19.99 right now. I would probably say, oh, and it's probably it's a 7-hour game your first run. However, it's probably a little bit longer if you decide to go achievement hunting. So you could probably add about another maybe 5 to 6 hours on top of the 8 that it takes to complete it if you're doing achievement hunting and trying to 100% complete it. So yeah. Now the other game that I just started playing. Carrie, you were there too. I was trying to play a demo called like Broken Pieces or something like that, but unfortunately I missed the deadline was over with to actually play the demo of this game, so I wasn't actually able to play it. But Broken Pieces to try to play it. So I ended up getting a game that I remembered from the PlayStation 3. It was called Enslaved, and I was playing a little bit of that. So those are the 3 games that I'm playing right now. So it's Ghostwire Tokyo, Trek to Yomi, and Enslaved. The game that I am going to go back to is going to be Ghostwire Tokyo, and then I'm going to finish Detroit Become Human because I started that game a couple months ago. I was playing Detroit Become Human, Kana Bridge of Spirits, and A Way Out. That's the other game I got to finish too. So I started playing A Way Out with my daughter during Girl Scout cookies season. Every Friday we were playing. It was kind of a fun Friday, and we were playing A Way Out. So yes, Carrie, it's called Enslaved. And so I'm gonna probably get back into that, but I'm going to, now that I've beat Trek to Yomi, I'm gonna go back to Ghostwire Tokyo, complete that, then move on to Detroit Become Human, and possibly somewhere maybe on a Friday, because my daughter's been asking me, complete A Way Out, and then go to Enslaved since I started. I've been wanting to play that game. So either way, next week we're going to talk about the subjects that we were not able to talk about. So if you're here right now, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and everyone that's shared so far, I definitely want to thank you. Let me go ahead and see if this pops up. Yes, there we go. Let me see. Okay, there we go. There we go. So yeah, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, gaming 3:15 to 5:15. Appreciate you guys for being here. And then Tuesdays at 3:30 for Just My Opinion. Now, sometimes you might catch me on Thursdays if I don't really have anything to do, or if I'm not too busy. I might actually do pop-up streams. But I definitely want to give big shout outs to everybody that has liked, shared, subscribed. I got to give a shout out to Carrie Brown. Thank you for the share and the like. Nick Meredith for the like and also participating in the chat. Double O Badger, Dylan Brock, Badger Burnings hitting me with the 3-piece combo. No biscuit, hold that. Cortland for the like, Christina for the like, and for the share, Edward for the like, Greg for like. We're not seeing them on there right now, but thank you everybody for the love and the support, and like, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Follow me on the socials. Let me see here, that pops up too. Yeah, follow me on the socials. Trans Romance on Twitter, Twitch, Steam, Discord, TikTok, PSN, and then Trans Romance 1 on Facebook and Instagram, and Trans Romance on Trans Romance Gaming and Music on YouTube. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Love you guys. I appreciate you. Next week, we're going to be talking about, again, we're going to talk about more about the 3 games that we're currently playing. And also, obviously, if you guys want to chime in, doesn't have to be 3 games next week. Just some of the games that you either are looking to play or are already playing or have played that you really liked or that you didn't like. Let us know what games that you didn't like, and we can talk about it. If we played them, we'll give you our opinions about them too. And then let's see here. Oh, and then next week we are going to be talking about, since Tom and I are both DJs, and something that's been talked about a lot in our industry is to eat or not to eat as at a wedding as a DJ entertainer. Do we eat or do we not eat? We have our opinions about that, so therefore we shall be sharing those opinions next week about eating or not eating at a wedding. So join us next week as we dive deeper into eating at a wedding as DJ entertainers. I don't know why I'm doing that voice, but it sounds really cool. And then we're also going to talk about, there's gonna be more subjects. So you guys tune in, like, share, subscribe. We appreciate it. Train every time you say your name. Edward. Boy, you better stop. Oh my gosh. Carrie, what game? Oh, yes, this game is awesome. Figuring out how to continue the storyline with each character. Oh, yeah, Detroit. Yep. Detroit Become Human. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. But hey, y'all, thank you for hanging out with us. And again, this is just my opinion. I am the host. I'm a gamer, DJ, Trans Romance. You can call me Will if you want to. And again, I already showed you the socials, but Trans Romance 1 on Facebook and Instagram, and Trans Romance on Twitter, Twitch, Steam, Discord, and TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. Got a lot of content on there. And I will see you guys very soon. You know the schedule, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 3:15 to 5:15 p.m. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for participating in the chat. Everybody that was in the chat today. Edward. Edward! Edward, Christina, Cortland, let's see here, Dylan, Nick, let's see, I'll just make sure I don't forget anybody. Everybody, thank you for your opinions and your contributions to today's conversation. We're gonna be talking more, and if you want to be involved a little bit more, Will I am. That's right. But thank you, everybody. Give you guys a round of applause. Thank you for being here. Love you guys. Love you all. So stay focused, stay humble, stay on the hustle. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and of course, take care of the planet. It's your boy, Trans Romance, #legacy over currency. In the meantime, between time, you know the drill. Sleep tight. Good night. Peace out. Oh, Mina. I saw you, light girl. You see, you just gonna come in on the very end, huh? You just gonna come in on the end. Okay, Mina. All right. You gonna come in at the last minute. Yeah. But I wanted to acknowledge you, girl. I see you. Here, let's do it again. Have a good night, guys. Sleep tight. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow for the stream. We're gonna be playing Ghostwire Tokyo. We're hopping back into Ghostwire Tokyo. Anyway, thank you guys. Mina, late girl, thanks for popping in. Everybody else, have a great night. Happy Taco Tuesday.